play fake. Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Dances by him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The Broncos at 4-5, a game under 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 4-yard loss. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This defense for the Broncos, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Down. 52 blue. Check, smash. Check.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. 33. Ready?
Here's Ritter. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Pass to the left side where he's got balance. And he is in. Touchdown. Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, John.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I've met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Working out of the gun is Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed? Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Nick's going to keep this himself, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. Touchdown, Broncos. Adam Troutman from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have regained the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
Broncos 10, Raiders 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. offense set to get this drive started.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If you don't feel good about it, let's just check second down and pump the football.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's third and 4 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
One play action. Here's Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Nix once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mecole Hardman from 4 yards out. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ritter. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Come on, ready.
Ritter to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taysom Hill, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Well, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Oh, kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Nix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Nix from the shotgun. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand?
Here we go.
Ritter back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Going play action. Ritter. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Nix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A couple quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Middle.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Nix going to keep this himself.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
And no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Yellow. Ready?
Back to throw. Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big man rumble. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers
with his second touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing Nix. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, here's Ritter. He'll drop this underneath for Jensen. And shutting it off now open field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Ritter off the play fake. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Red, cycle. Let's go. Black 40. Edo blue. Claws red.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. They'll get this out to Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty from 19 yards away. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series.
And that's caught inside the 30. score. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Come on, ready?
A run straight ahead with Gentry. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 10 flat. Ready.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, 62 yards. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw, here's Nix. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Looking to throw. Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they do finally get him at the 12. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toss left side for Harvey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Nix. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday night primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Next to the air. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
Lutz with the extra point, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's Ritter.
Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
Ritter now.
They'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Down. Fly through. 6. Mega. Cut.
Looking to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and goal, Raiders.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready, ready. Cut.
Genty.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
The 7-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
On the zone read, a give to Genty.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game. So toward the sideline, intercepted.
Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Dante Thornton, 40 yards. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Only able to gain a couple there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Here's Nix once more. He targets Ingram for another grab. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
23 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Franklin. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. What's good on the extra point? And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Come on, set. Set, huh?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by Tucker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus.